You know that feeling, right? You're searching for something in an app, you're positive it's in there, but you just can't find the exact words to pull it up. It's so frustrating. Well, today we're diving into the amazing tech that's finally fixing that problem. We're talking about moving our apps from just matching words to, well, to actually understanding what we mean. Right? That's the core question. It's this super common, super annoying experience. You type in car, nothing. You try automobile, still nothing. Maybe vehicle, nope. It really feels like you and the app are just speaking two totally different languages. So what is actually going on here? What's broken? So before we get to the cool new solution, we have to talk about why search fails in the first place. And the answer, really, it goes way back to the very foundation of how search was first built. It's a classic problem that's rooted in a very simple but, well, a deeply flawed idea. For the longest time, search was basically a game of exact match. It's called keyword search, and it is incredibly literal. I mean, think of it like you're dealing with a super strict librarian who will only find you a book if you give them the exact title, down to the last character. If you're off by even one single word, you get absolutely nothing. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. You search for automobile, but let's say the database only has the word car stored in it. Now, to you and me, that's the same thing, obviously. But to a keyword search, they might as well be from different planets. It has zero concept of the meaning behind the words. So what does it give you back? Zilch. Nothing. And that's really the thing to remember here. This isn't a bug in the system. It's a fundamental part of an old design. The system is actually doing its job perfectly. It's just that the job it was designed for isn't good enough anymore. The way we talk is flexible and creative, and that old rigid model just can't keep up. Totally. But here's where the story gets really, really cool. There's a completely new way of thinking about this that isn't about matching words at all. It's all about understanding meaning. And folks, this is the vector search revolution. Okay, let's try an analogy. Think about it like you're in the kitchen. Keyword search is like following a recipe that demands the exact ingredients. If the recipe card says 1 cup of sugar, you can only use sugar. If all you have is honey, well, tough luck. The recipe fails. It sees a complete mismatch. But this new way, vector search, is completely different. It's more like a chef who's matching flavors. A good chef doesn't care if you use sugar or honey or maple syrup. They get the core concept, right? They understand sweetness. They're looking for the essence of what you want, not just the exact word on the list. And that's what we're really talking about here. The technical term is semantic search. It's not about matching words, it's about matching ideas. It finds things that are conceptually similar. This is the magic that lets you search for automobile and actually get back results for car, SUV, and truck. It just gets it. So how in the world does a computer learn to taste these conceptual flavors? I know, it sounds a little bit like magic, but it's really just some very, very clever math. So let's pop the hood for a second. Don't worry, we're not going to get bogged down in code. The whole secret sauce here is something called vectors. Now, don't let the name intimidate you. A vector at its heart is really just a long list of numbers. But here's the cool part. That list of numbers acts like a unique mathematical fingerprint for an idea or a concept. And the process for creating them is actually pretty straightforward when you break it down. You take some text, a product review, a document, whatever, and you feed it to an AI model. That AI reads it and then generates that numerical fingerprint, the vector, that captures the text's meaning. Then you just save that vector in your database. And we're not talking about some simple short list of numbers either. A modern AI model can represent the meaning of a piece of text across more than 1,500 different dimensions. I mean, just think about that for a second. It's capturing all this incredible nuance and context that a single keyword could never, ever touch. So when you go to search for something, your search query also gets turned into one of these vector fingerprints. And then the database does something incredibly simple and elegant. It just looks for the stored vectors that are mathematically closest to your query's vector. That's it. It's not about matching words anymore. It's just about finding the closest meaning. Okay, so that's the tech. It's really cool stuff. But this isn't just some neat database trick for engineers. This has a massive, massive impact on the user experience. For anyone out there building a product, this is why all of this really matters. What you get is an experience that finally feels, well, it feels smart. It understands your intent. You don't have to play that frustrating guessing game anymore, trying to figure out the one magic keyword the developer happened to use. You can ask for what you want in your own words, and the app just gets it. And it's so important to realize this goes way, way beyond just the search bar. This exact same idea, finding conceptual similarity, is what's powering all the modern recommendation engines, those Q&A bots that actually work, and even things like content moderation. It's pretty much the foundational building block for almost every smart feature we use today. And maybe the biggest game changer of all is just how accessible this technology has become. It used to be you'd need a separate, expensive, specialized AI database to do any of this. Not anymore. Modern tools let developers add this power right into the standard databases they're already using. This isn't just for Google anymore, it's for everybody. Which, really, it leaves us with one final, and I think crucial, question for anyone building software today. And it's right there on the slide. Is your product built for keywords, or is it built for people? Are you still forcing your users to think like a machine? Or are you finally building a machine that can think a little bit more like your users?